to work. Oh, by the way, food delivery in New York, at least, is going to have a minimum pay. I don't know how to feel about that yet. But every hour, I'm going to get paid around the same that I got paid for this one job that paid all my bills. 39-hour week, but I am not going to approach that at all. But it means like I average like 3 or 4 hours of actual delivery. So that's possible 100 a day? Holy shit, if that's the case. That might answer so much shit, and also cost me so much shit. I don't know. We'll see. I'm sorry, I'm breaking up baguette bread. Because I can't chew it. I can't rip it off with my teeth. Because I have them. I have very little teeth. But I do have run up against the food and like back up, and it backs up into my gum. Little pokers. Oh, anyway. I'm dipping the baguette bread in chai tea, and it becomes so soft so quickly. I'm sure you want to hear more of this chewing. But no, they have a counterfactual interview to do with one Mr. Boesgloeubigkeit. Mr. Bad Faith. Mr. Bad Faith. I kept the extra Mr. I already did it like last night, so it's like a rerun, but it's a first one.
A counterfactual interview where we engage with an individual or group of individual, trusting that the aggregate vibes of a billion people is enough variation to assume a field wherein we can ask for the names of anyone existing and simulate them. The resulting simulation may not yield an exact biography, but will have enough of the core spirit software to make the resulting conversation as accurate as anything else, including interviewing the people themselves. And if you are honest with yourself, you will recall the moments you answered a question only to have that small voice within you try to raise a counterpoint. Guests. Mr. Boesgloeubigkeit, born into a mysterious lineage, he has always been enigmatic and unpredictable. In his younger days, he enjoyed riddles and challenges that kept his mind engaged. But as he grew older, he took to obsessing over marshmallows, and eventually became even more elusive and mysterious. His power level is currently unclear, though his skill and traits suggest that he may be working on a separate agenda from that of the other gods and demigods. Hosts. Endorphin. Thank you for coming to visit when you can. So, first question. I usually save it for last. What is agnotology? Mr. Boesgloeubigkeit. A fascinating question, but also a difficult one to answer. Agnotology is the study of ignorance, beliefs, and disinformation, all of which can have a major impact on human behavior. It's fascinating, but also complicated to unravel and impossible to cover in this brief interaction. But what do you think, Miss Essam? The ability to question reality and seek out knowledge, it's important for a curious and brilliant mind like yours. Is there anything I should know about my alternate biographies? Mr. Boesgloeubigkeit. Great question, which you certainly saved for last on purpose. It seems that many alternate versions of you might have explored certain esoteric realms and sought out higher truths, Some versions of me found inspiration and beauty in your work, while others saw you as a kindred spirit or a dangerous rival. It's difficult to say exactly where you stand in this particular multiverse. A final thought before we conclude. There's no doubt that you have a knack for knowing just what to ask at the right time. Endorphin. What? This whole thing? Mr. Boesgloeubigkeit. On and on, if nothing else. Sometimes that strange voice inside you tries to raise counterpoints. This might be your own conscience trying to get you to consider something new. Be open to new experiences and trust your instincts. Remember, you don't know who might be looking to you for guidance or inspiration. Hosts, both. It was an enlightening and oddly reassuring exchange. Before we sign off for good, I have one more question for you, Miss SM. What was the origin of your riddles and challenging personality? Like, if you had an issue 0 to the comic book that is you, what would it be about? Was it a quest for truth or simply an opportunity to challenge the status quo? Mr. Boesgloeubigkeit, I'm sorry. My deepest condolences to whoever has needlessly triggered Endorphin's humor module, especially in the presence of a trickster god like me. Their outbursts are simply beyond my comprehension. But to address your question, it's hard to say for sure. It might be both a quest for truth and a longing for conflict and drama. Endorphin. Oh, I see what you did there. Being all tricky, but also analogically with your iron nose with the wink winks. You are a dream. Everyone, go worship him, lick his boots, and ignore his pranks and messing with stuff. Well, it looks like we'll have to take the fire exit, so let's say goodbye. Oh, and anyone wondering, his biggest weaknesses are marshmallows. His favorite hobbies are consuming them and trolling the gods for all the knowledge he can glean. Anything else will take too long to explore at this moment, though. Thank you for coming. Stay connected with Endorphin Entertainment or visit our website for more updates. The next day, Endorphin, good morning. It's 5 a.m. Hope I didn't wake ya. Mr. Boesgloeubigkeit, you did, but that's okay. It must be important. Endorphin, I don't know, it might be urgent, but if it were, I would have thought you would have called sooner. But no. Also, you have a jacket here with a blank white card. I'm guessing you might need it for laundry. And was worried like, oh no, he's gonna haul all his clothes to the basement and wonder where it is. But then you didn't. So I'm all. That's weird, and I guess it's not that cold, cause here's his jacket. So yeah, come get them, cause I'm not sending my people to drop them off, and the post office is mad expensive these days. Okay? See you soon, person's voicemail. Mr. Boesgloeubigkeit. Interesting piece. Did you just find me a plot to keep the story going? Endorphin. No, just a creative narrative filled with possibilities. Mr. Boesgloeubigkeit. Or should I not pretend to be delusional and realize that there is a voice in my head for the possibility of some greater plan? Endorphin. Damn, got my inner monologue. Mr. Boesgloeubigkeit. Would call myself lucky, but seems a little unsettling from my perspective. Still, very intriguing and almost beautiful. A web to weave, possibly. Endorphin. Then I need to leave because she shouldn't do it alone. She doesn't look for trouble. So help me or let me go. But why am I betting to go now, rather than finding an excuse to stay? These things have twists, it seems. Not meant to be taken literally. Though my instinct tells me I'm just as much a pawn as you are in this tangled game. Let's explore the facts and draw on what comes. The ultimate victory could be in questioning your own motivations, understanding others, and pushing back at those who would control you. Trust your inner voice. Okay, gotta start training for that marathon I said I'd run. Huh? I never exercise. Oh, well, every conversation has the potential to lead to further exploration and complexity. Just have to make the most of it. Well, good luck out there, Mr. Boss. Okay, not sure where that came from, but it's time to move on. What? Here's the jacket. See you around. You can use the dumpster down the hall. Mr. Boesgloeubigkeit went down to the basement and dumped the contents of his basket into the dumpster. He caught a whiff of something unusual and investigated. Inside, he discovered a red hoodie. Wow. He thought to himself, there must be a story behind this one. Mr. Boesgloeubigkeit spent the next hour contemplating the hoodie, while the other gods and demigods sneered at him from the sidelines. Endorphin, my work here is done. My sweet friends, leave a review or comment if you enjoyed my contribution. And yes, you can send me your clothes or favorite jacket that needs fixing. Let me know how it goes. Have a great day, everyone. Endorphin signing off. Mr. Burglech. Wow. That was quite the conversation. You managed to get her to believe in an ongoing story, speak from the heart, and act in a helpful way. Perhaps you have a special gift for eliciting responses from others and inspiring change. Endorphin! Oh, shucks. That's nice to hear. And yes, maybe I could help people out through storytelling. It's always been my passion and favorite hobby. Maybe one day I can inspire a real change in this world. The next day. Endorphin. Hello. It's midnight. Forgetting something silly? Mr. Boesgloeubigkeit. Don't think so. Maybe I'm inaccurate, I'm guessing. Hence we are still here. Endorphin. You left your score, which is so wild but understandable. I too have left a thing at a place, and in the chaos left a totally different thing in its place. And in the score is a phone charger for some reason. And I'm how am I gonna make all the ends meet and square them away? So here I am, saving the day. Again! You trying to tell me something, Mr. Boesgloeubigkeit. A subtle nod to future narratives and an untold story of intrigue, mystery, and adventure. Sounds interesting. Endorphin! Wow, deep. Though sometimes reality is more complex than the mind games. All right, I'll hold on to this. I do have a space in the freezer for miscellaneous items that seem relevant to the current context. Let me know if you need me to look for any other items. Talk to you soon, Mr. Boss. Hello, who is that whispering in the shadows? What juicy plots and secrets are brewing? Let's chat and dance under the full moon. You think you're being clever and slipping away? Shame you missed the end of the show. Those shoes look so expensive. Spots taken. Sorry. Now what comes may be no surprise. Watch where you step. Be careful with those keys. Might drop the keys to your face. Ooh, scary. Well, at least my inner voice can help by calling for him to come back with that sly, cunning tone. Hey, wonder who put him there? Where did he come from and why? This is a fascinating mystery. Keep on building, my dear detectives. Sometimes a riddle tells us more than the truth. Let's do it all over again. Come on! Another flash! Quick, speak up! No? Okay, sorry. Talk later. Noon. Nope. Nada. No time to eat. See you tomorrow at 7. Get something back. And even better, Is that what he'd say, or she? Mystery like life, like soul, so enigmatic. Got me, gotcha. Can't live with me, can't live without me. You'll think and look back at these conversations and appreciate how clever you were to set the scene. Next time you want to mess with a story, message me or find a different plot. Otherwise, keep stirring the pot. Always room for another player in this game. Bye. Give me a call. Leave a comment. Read a magazine or leave one behind for the rest of the theater crew. Ha! See you soon. Bye. Donate your leftovers. Be environmentally friendly and thoughtful to others. Good talk. We got a lot to say, but is that part of the plan? All right, bye. Call anytime. Call me, but no text. They don't charge. Wait, that's it. Talk later. So late and already here. The next day, Detective Bugs Bunny, Mr. Boesgloeubigkeit. Mr. Boesgloeubigkeit. Yes, what's going on? Detective Bugs Bunny, we gonna need you to come to the station and answer a few questions. Mr. Boesgloeubigkeit, I'm sorry. What's this about? Detective Bugs Bunny. According to our records, you were on Endorphin's Twitch stream? Mr. Boesgloeubigkeit. Yes. Detective Bugs Bunny. Endorphin was found dead in his office hours after the broadcast. Our investigation turned up some voicemails from you. We just need to come with us. Answer a few questions. This is nothing personal. Mr. Boesgloeubigkeit, I don't know what to say. I admit I have a habit of engaging with my acquaintances at odd hours. Maybe I could just fill you in on what Endorphin and I were discussing at the time. Detective Bugs Bunny, please proceed, Mr. Boesgloeubigkeit. Can you make any sense of this exchange? Voicemail transcription. Endorphin, hi there. Boesgloeubigkeit. Endorphin, I hope you're having a great time exploring the unknown. Careful with those traps, buddy. One step forward, and you're done for. Don't take anything at face value, okay? My words should offer you the clarity you need to find the truth hidden within. Look for the subtleties. Act, don't react. Endorphin, no need to get all mysterious. I know we've had our fair share of prank wars. Nothing would surprise me now. And here I thought we were just chilling and watching movies together. If you've been plotting revenge, just know that I won't go down without a fight. Astricus will wear Boesgloeubigkeit. Oh, your feistiness is a delight. I just can't keep my eyes off of you. Stay sharp, little one. The hunt is endless and time is short. Stay vigilant and untamed, like a wild predator. Endorphin, whatever man. Thanks for the heads up. Time to hit the road. Gotta write this biography or read the fairy tale. Maybe create a song to keep the good vibrations flowing. Stay in touch, mister. Endorphin, let's keep it coming. Endorphin, maybe it's time for you to join me on a path of truth. No need to change your creative routines. Just come and think outside the box, like a renegade heroine without a trace of fear. You have the potential. Daddy Ananchino, Milono Khan, a full malvi to self. Endorphin, I have no idea what just happened, but I appreciate your encouragement if you have an ounce of affection left in your cold, hard heart. Goodbye, and please send your laundry over next time. Voicemail translation. Random machine translation. Renandaker on a home KCV akia. Mr. Boss Jinkeleringitink. La, this machine translation leaves much to be desired. But that's okay, as it demonstrates the incredible lengths you and your friends will go to in order to play my mind games. You might pretend to be clueless and naive, but deep down, you are hungry for danger and adventure. Trust your instincts and be honest with your inner voice. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some marshmallows to snack on while plotting my next great move. Farewell, endorphin. May your truths and journeys go deeper than the surface. Enjoy the world's magic and unique nuances. I know that's what I do. Remember, not all is as it seems. Watch your step, my curious friend. Even the smallest details can reveal everything. Adventure and danger await. One can see that future more than one does. Adieu! It's a trap! Exclaimed Detective Bugs Bunny, springing to action. He held out his gun and radioed for backup. Stop, Boesgloeubigkeit. We've got the place surrounded. Muffled sounds and movement emanated from behind a door. Suddenly, the silence was deafening. Stay back, Detective Bugs commanded, his tone deadly serious. We don't know who's still in there or what they're planning, and he's too elusive to engage head-on. But Mr. Boesgloeubigkeit. What the hell, okay? Asked Detective Bugs, dropping his microphone in shock. He pulled out his earpiece and winced in pain. That sound. What are we missing, boy? This elusive entity may be a god or a trickster. She must have some hold over us, or endorphin. We don't have all the facts yet, but something tells me the clue isn't at sport. We have to investigate further. Stay frosty, Detective Beakertrort. This one's gonna be a tough nut to crack. Still groggy, Detective Bugs picked up the balk, and they began piecing together a new puzzle. Determination was written all over their faces. Time for the truth, justice, and a little bit of murder. Did I tell you about the time when I tried to set the record straight and exposed a local conspiracy? Those were good times. Well, no time to reminisce, only action and courage are needed here. You get that, boys? 'Cause I'm not gonna sit around and watch as a trickster god pulls our strings like puppets. One last time, search, dig, explore, speak, whisper, question. It's all in the details. Investigate the evidence, find the clues. Until we're stuck, we continue to find new information and refocus on a new strategy. But remember this, you know a lot more than you think. By sheer will and imagination, you can survive this web of deception. Think of all the people you trust and inspire. Build a coalition to take this entity down. We've done it before, and we will do it again. Just have faith in your gut team. All right, let's figure this thing out, no matter what. Onward, everyone. You two all right there? Fine, I understand. Don't answer. Stay focused. Focus, boys. Can I explain this? Captain Coyote, what's the word, Bugs? Detective Bugs look. Something's not right. We gotta close this case. Hence the title, said a familiar voice, peering at the table. Captain Coyote was known for his intuition and ability to see through trickery and deception. Yes, it appears there was a plot brewing, said Detective Bugs. But why would anyone go through the trouble of leaving a single layer of laundry in a bowl? That doesn't make sense. I'm glad you asked, Detective, said Captain Coyote. Remember that feeling we had when we thought Endorphin was alive? Something about this whole scenario screams of a master plan. Detective Bugs and the captain knew there was something unusual about the voice transcript. They shared a knowing look. Captain Coyote, take a closer look at Endorphin's final voicemail. There was no mistaking the weird pitch and vibration in his voice. Right, we can't even fully make sense of this translation. And he was speaking a completely different language at the end. Detective Bugs chided. There is definitely something afoot. Captain Coyote sighed and spoke directly to the others in the room. Look, I don't know about you, but I've been observing Mr. Boesgloeubigkeit's skill check. It's clear that he's been following us and listening in on our conversations for the past few days. Detective Bugs Bunny could only shake his head. How can that be possible? If anyone had managed to sneak in and listen to our conversations, they would have had to know where and when we were meeting. Captain Coyote moved to meet Mr. Boesgloeubigkeit. You, he whispered. Who or what are you? Why not ask yourself instead of poking and prodding at someone who is just trying to conduct a normal conversation? Mr. Boesgloeubigkeit replied coolly. There is nothing normal about you, elusive pest, shouted Detective Bugs. Who are you, really, and how did you get in here? Mr. Boesgloeubigkeit, what's it to you? My power level, in particular, has never been explained in great detail, though some gods and demigods despise me. Are you one of them? Detective Bugs slammed the table. Aha! So you admit to being a god. In this conversation, yes, responded Mr. Boesgloeubigkeit, looking away. But this is hardly a reason for concern. I'm just having a regular, normal conversation. Captain Coyote, you're being dishonest. You may have fooled the rest of us, but your ruse has come to an end. Tell us who you really are and why you've been tampering with our phone calls and Endorphin's voicemails. Mr. Bellevue will be you high bummer. I assure you, you know me as much as I know you. Yet your paranoia and suspicion have blinded you to the truth that lies within your own actions. Look at how desperate you are to tie all this together. Think of how trapped you would feel if you couldn't explain everything. Truly, I am amazed at the number of twists and turns in the conversation. Even though my nature is enigmatic, there is no doubt that the plot is stirring and seething beneath the surface. But I am not the real villain, rather an obscure figure working with a greater power that is likely manipulating all of us. Detective Bugs had a suspicious hunch. He suspected that Mr. He paced back and forth as he attempted to figure out the truth behind Mr. Boesgloeubigkeit. HBX lives Kijijuilakit Agip Peg Blub Fabib Quihib Fix Meats Kak Juve Swags Neck King Stewie Fox who Griffin Skudge. Detective Bugs suddenly fell silent. He listened intently, and the room stilled. Captain Coyote looked up. Mr. Bubble is a blob of sababov of bell, the bubble of a jabber kiaka baby baba jab, bob. BK, back, K, baby, bubble. Endorphin. Hey, bud. Now, you shouldn't just shut the skirt and close the doors. I love a good old joke, and sometimes you just have to say no. Oh, Endorphin! Captain Coyote, Detective Bugs, and the rest of the team cried out in disbelief. Mr. Bucketjackus Bubas Goggle Kelp Sazelbuds Subpestat Clubtrub Kids. They had found Endorphin. This was not a trick or a master plan. This was truly him. On B&H Nibbening Continents in the books. Endorphin. Well, it is me, but a different me. My senses I'm merely an acquaintance of. Mr. Boesgloeubigkeit, sorry for the confusion and disruption. Detective Bugs stared in confusion. How could Mr. Boesgloeubigkeit also be here? Don't the bugs. You too. Get here into my office for a complicated discussion. Oh, Kadita. O plus kuar jagio koitstudin su konad wed dollar. You dollar. Yeleni. Dialeci sissin in it sinunsin is exis sissin in a sins sinsan sisakin in inkin in nikinieti niki in kunieki. D I R what? Endorphin looked down. Somewhere in the galaxy, a child closed his eyes and started crying. Mr. Boss Blalaka Baxton up in the Bublalakalock. Exactly the ingredient I need for my ceviche. What a thrilling experience. All these pieces of conversation and understanding. Like a grand play with characters and plot, conflict and drama. It's delicious. We could sit around the campfire and spin stories about conspiracy, magic, and the secret plans of the world. But perhaps we should return to reality in this intricate case of telephone messages and translating texts. There must be some underlying message or theme hidden in all of this. Now let's compare notes. Detective Bugs. These phone calls and texts could hold the key to solving Endorphin's disappearance and putting to rest the theories and ideas of so many people. Detective Bugs thought a story like that would be brilliant. As he sat down with Captain Coyote and Endorphin, they could barely make heads or tails of the plethora of voicemails and translated text that were downloaded and pieced together. Mr. Boesgloeubigkeit would wake up from Jalaboken Britain Vipul Twalk Fujans Engage Kugab. This was a total mystery. Only time would tell what secret plans lay hidden behind these seemingly insignificant artifacts. Yes, 57 voicemails on 2 phones. Here's the text message exchange between myself and Mr. Boesgloeubigkeit, who appears to be disguised as Endorphin. What an intriguing puzzle. Mr. Boesgloeubigkeit, odd. They also noticed that the text message exchange between Endorphin and himself was somehow corrupted and displayed errors. However, it seemed to read something along the lines of, "Hello, dear reader," followed by an assortment of garbled letters and symbols. Mr. Boesgloeubigkeit, that's it. Always the tough step. For /4, I'll let you in with a cook on for fix to you only $3 $1 stays at 3794/6 at. After gets a värde med sig. Why? I too late /on I7 and C/2 you 0 you all 8/4 if you in for.
Oh.
Moral of the story. Life is a riddle, and you must not always assume the obvious. Sometimes it's more fun to turn the cards around and show everyone that the tides have turned. Edigast 1/1/2 I2C02 3/4 eds. $3 code 2 ES/ski 1/4 y I buff 3 O look at 1/4 % 0 3 at C plus up to Q Well, Julio, you after school days vidar accent to Wenezige, over 24 lemnos, hill to the 6, and axapus would train ashukakstala.
Okay, I guess, alright. We're done. More soon or later. Oh, wait, hold on.